Being in South Africa in the southern hemisphere, so far removed from Europe, we very often have to wait a couple of months before we get our stock. And we've been anxiously watching the European countries launch their Aprilia RS660, but finally the time has come. The first two have arrived in the country, so let's not waste any time and see what's inside. After the unboxing of the bikes, obviously the importers had to do all the necessary paperwork, homologation and all of that. All the boxes now have been ticked, and today is the official launch of the RS660 in South Africa. And for this occasion, they have invited the very first owner, being Ryan. So let's go inside and check it out.
Very good morning, and thank you for joining us. Today is a very special day for us here at Italian Motorcycle Importers, the official importers of Aprilia and Moto Guzzi into Southern Africa. In 2018 at EICMA, Aprilia launched a very interesting concept called the RS660. And by the time we opened our doors in September of 2019, we were inundated with requests around the RS660, which was still not yet in production. So all things lo and behold, 2020 comes along, the pandemic, and we never really knew when we would see the RS660. But the fantastic Italians in Nuale put their heads down, drank lots of espressos, and made sure to get the production done. And they launched the RS660 in October of last year and brought out three very interesting colors, being the Apex Black, the Lava Red, and the Acid Gold. And immediately we had a lot of inquiries on it with no indication as to when the motorcycles were going to go into production or when we would even see it. And those 7 long months have eventually come to an end, as standing next to me on the left and on the right are two very, very special motorcycles to us here. And I'm going to ask some colleagues to come and assist me, and we are going to lift the box of what's under here. So this is it, the Aprilia RS660, 100 horsepower out of a 660 parallel twin, weighing 168 kgs dry, 186 wet, and as you can see, is just absolutely gorgeous. But one of the things we have come to realize with Aprilia is that you can never really appreciate it until you've seen it in the flesh. Back in October of 2020, Aprilia launched the RS660. And just prior to the launch of it, they sent us a production schedule to see how many bikes we wanted in South Africa for 2021. And on that production schedule was a color called Acid Gold. And myself and Jono were sitting down discussing it and trying to figure out how many to order. I went boldly and told Jonathan that we would sell lots and lots of Acid Golds, as I saw a concept of it, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So we put our production schedule in, and the next morning they released the Acid Gold. To my shock and horror, it was nothing compared to what I saw. And I looked at that and I thought, oh, who would want to buy such a thing? I mean, honestly. Needless to say, a couple of hours later, a very hairy-chinned man, Mr. Ryan DeMoza, walks into the dealership, flashes his cash and says, I want an Acid Gold. And ever since then, it's been 7 months of where is my Acid Gold? On Facebook, on Insta, on WhatsApp, he even went as far as to send a message to Aprilia themselves saying, please just send one Acid Gold to Africa, that's all I'm asking. Needless to say, everything Suez Canal everything in between, here we stand with Ryan DeMoses Acid Gold. Ryan, firstly, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the patience and the understanding. All things considered, pandemic, challenges, more challenges, and the day has finally arrived. We are standing here alongside your, I got to admit, very gorgeous Acid Gold.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's really changed my opinion and outlook on this very particular color. The lines, the details, it's just really something else. And I believe you become an irresistible hunk to all the ladies now, and will be very flashy. So it's with great honor and privilege to hand you the keys.
Thank you very, very much.
Your new motorcycle.
It has been...
And I think just enlighten some of the people as to why.
Well, I started off my Aprilia journey with an SXV 550 motard. That blew an engine, that got sold. I bought a Dosadura 1200, and I basically got hooked on the whole Aprilia. I wouldn't actually call it a lifestyle. It's just passion.
A cult.
A cult, yes, pretty much a cult. Don't say that too loudly. And then the Dosadura was sold. I bought a Tuono V4, incidentally also yellow, the sunlit yellow. And that I had a bad road accident with, and I turned that into a track bike, which I currently still have. And I was actually looking to get back into road riding again with a smaller bike, because quite honestly 200 horsepower in a road bike is nuts. And along came this, and the final decision for this was actually the color. It just blew me away when I saw the first photos of the Acid Gold. And I just took it from there, and I contacted you, and that's it.
As I said, the rest is history.
It's been a long 7 months, but it was worth every single second.
So once again, from our side, thank you. Thank you for everything, for all the free advertising we get off you on Facebook. They say there's no such thing as bad exposure. Well, agreed. Definitely been the story. Everyone's asking me, has Ryan seen his bike yet? Is Ryan excited? I think everybody is more excited for you than what you realize.
That's quite possible.
I know you didn't sleep last night.
No.
And understandably so. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Many safe, happy kilometers. And we look forward to riding alongside you, hearing all your feedback, and turning the heads out there.
Thank you very, very much. And all the respect, and thank you very much to everybody at IMI. Thank you very much.
Ryan, thank you for allowing us to be part of this fantastic journey of yours.
Thank
you. You know what? One last question before you have hours of fun on this bike. What made you bold enough to choose this color? Because the print media really doesn't do it justice.
No, print media definitely doesn't do this color justice. I think personally, life is too short to ride a boring colored motorcycle.
Works for me. You know what? Give it horns, many safe miles. And guys, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of this sexy babe. And I'm not talking about Ryan, I'm talking about her. And click like and subscribe and follow us on Route 21.